Hello, everybody. All right. Welcome to Henry's Barca Watch on Solution. Before we go into the world of Barcelona, I got to explain, like I've been doing for the past 1 week. I have to explain the channel. So I have so many content on the channel. So whatever it is that appeal to you, just let me know. I'm not restricted to Barcelona, even though I'm a core Barcelona fan. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. I have different content, okay? But just remember, it's more than Barcelona, okay? So we're gonna follow up on the story right now of Julian Alvarez. And since we last talked about this some few days ago, yesterday, Monday, the 10th of August, was supposed to be the meeting that would decide whether Alvarez was staying in Atletico, whether Alvarez was going to move to Barcelona, or whether Alvarez was going to move to another team. Yesterday was supposed to be the meeting, and we're going to talk about it. Okay? Before we go deep into it, can you guys like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel? Right now it's just 51 subs. Within 1 month, I'm trying to go beyond 100. I'm trying to build it by the right way, okay? Trying to build it by the right way. So we're trying to raise a community where we're going to talk about different stuff. All right? So just like I said, like it, share it, subscribe, and equally important, please make your comment known. All right? So just like I said, yesterday was supposed to be the time for Alvarez to meet with the CEO, to meet with the coach Simone, and to have discussion, to have a resolution. Not resolution per se, at least know the direction we're moving. Or I can put it in another way, to acknowledge there's a problem. Because before now, the way Atletico Madrid has been acting, it's like there's no issue, there's no problem. So Julian wanted to talk with them. The message he got was, oh no, you wait till you resume on the 10th. Okay? Now there's a video. Let me see if there's a video showing Alvarez arriving yesterday. You won't believe. You must have seen online. You won't believe what he went through. Before I go on, can you do me a favor? Guys, put it in the chat. The current Atletico Madrid squad. Who is the number one player? Like the way we put it in America, who is the franchise player in Atletico Madrid right now? Who is the most important player? I give you a few seconds. I'm sure 99% of us, we agree. Julian is the most important player. Okay. Julian is the most important player. So, what do you think a club should do when the most important player is coming back from vacation after a successful World Cup? What do you mean a successful World Cup? Yeah, it is a successful World Cup. They went as Argentina went as the defending champion. Argentina got to the final and lost in the final. So you have one of your best player won the World Cup 4 years ago. One of your best player got to the final of the World Cup this year. That's a successful campaign. It wasn't the ultimate victory, but it was a successful campaign. A serious club will have done what? Welcome him back like an hero because he's your superstar. Really, welcome him back as a hero. Let me paint you a picture of what Atletico Madrid did. Prior to Alvarez arriving, without consideration that they told him to come on Monday, resume on Monday, that's when we're going to talk. They gave the team days off. They gave the coach days off. Have you ever, I'm asking question, have you ever heard of a coach having a days off, like basically a week or two before the season start? So Atletico Madrid made the most important player they have to arrive back from vacation like he was a nobody. I'll tell you the truth. That is a very weak move. That is a very weak move. So let me show you. Oh no, let me show you what's going on. Let me show you what's going on. Yeah, you see, Julian Alvarez trained individually today with Atletico. He trained by himself because they gave everybody days off. They gave everybody the days off. For the most important player you got to arrive like an orphan, to arrive like somebody that's not needed, yet your public image, your public position is Alvarez is not for sale. Alvarez is going nowhere. Is this how you show him is important to you? Now, report is this got him pissed because when he arrived, there was no CEO, there was no coach. The two people who were supposed to meet to discuss. So he arrived with his agent and had a 3 hours meeting with his agent. 3 hours meeting. All he was talking about for 3 hours, you can guess as well. I'm not gonna curse. I'm trying not, but how do we get out of here? Because I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. The last words that we heard after the meeting, that he left after the meeting, was that Atletico shouldn't count on him. Don't count on me. That was very clear. Do not count on me. Considering what they told him was he needs to apologize to the team. He needs to apologize and get to work. Does this action, even if you were in Julian's shoe, does it move you to apologizing? That's no. Does it move you to change your mind about living? That's definitely no. Rather, it means, oh no, I need to get out of here. I don't feel safe. I don't feel welcome. I don't feel needed. If he wasn't serious about living, guess what? They made him to be serious about it now. They made him to be serious about it now. So what did they do? Let's go to the next slide. Let's go. And this was a breaking news. I said it in many other places. He said, huge revelation about Julian. It was Atletico who asked him to say why he wanted to leave. It was Atletico that asked him to say in public what he wanted from them. He said, certain people that Atletico Madrid told Julian he should apologize. This was a journalist saying his own point. He said, and the most important thing, this one is a good one. It was Atletico de Madrid who asked Julian Alvarez to publicly state his desire to leave the club. You know why this news is important? The guy has been good, being quiet. He's the one who plays by the book. The treatment he got yesterday is bringing out stuff that Atletico would have preferred not to come out. He said, look at, it was them who asked him to publicly state his desire to leave the club. I think that move backfired. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. This is so funny. They felt every club always feel disrespected when a player comes out openly to say they want to leave. They no longer believe in a project. Every club feel disrespected. Now, when they told him to make his stance to be public, the plan was, by my own opinion, tell me in the comment if I'm wrong. The plan was that he wouldn't say it publicly that he wants to leave because he knows that disrespectful for a player who is under contract. But you told him in June he needs to say publicly what he wants. And he was even nice enough not to say, I want to go to Barcelona. He said, I want to be happy. Why would he say that? Because he understood what people don't understand. In February this year, he had a conversation with management and he was assured that they wouldn't stand in his way to be happy. He was promised that they wouldn't stand in his way to go to Barcelona. So when the offer for Barcelona came, he thought this was something that was already agreed. So when they tell him, please make your stance, your opinion, let it be public, they obviously thought he wouldn't go that far. And how wrong could they be? You told a man to do what? To apologize. Mixed signal. Make your stance known. make it public, apologize, get down to work. But when he showed up as somebody that wasn't needed. Mix, like I said, mixed action. Okay. So with that, what do you think the next move for Julian Alvarez will be? Was the next move? It is very clear. This is his next move. There's nothing to hide anymore. I already know how you feel about me. You know what that means? No more Mr. Nice Guy. This is exclusive. I've seen other media as well. Julian Alvarez has submitted a transfer request to leave Atletico Madrid this summer. He is done with the club. To me, I think he should have gotten in this position 2 months ago. That's for my opinion. But sometimes it's better late than never. A player told you he doesn't believe in the project. A player told you he wants to leave. You all agreed in February that you're not going to be, you will not block him from leaving. It was all agreed. He wanted to have a discussion with you. You said no. August 10, when you report for preseason, we will talk. You report for preseason, nobody to welcome him. No teammates to train with. No coach to talk with. And you expect him to stay? No way. He said Alvarez wants to leave the club with immediate effect and does not want to play for Atletico Madrid again. He feels betrayed by the club, which I've explained, who promised him a move in February. The club promised him. Remember, there are always witnesses to promises like this. His agent, for example, will know about this. The absence of Diego Simone, the coach, and Gil Marin, the CEO, yesterday is seen as the biggest form of disrespect by Julian's camp, who scheduled a meeting with them just for those two to not show up. They didn't show up. Julian Alvarez wants Barcelona move and is ready to fight Atletico Madrid to let it happen. He is very unhappy at the club and has told his teammate about his disappointment in the club yesterday. You know, the funniest thing about this that this is a saga that we're gonna see eventually. It's gonna resolve. But guess what? A big star player will not do. Any player who wants to leave any big team, guess what destination they're gonna avoid? Atletico Madrid, a club that will not keep to a promise, a club that will want to force a player who has lost interest in their project to stay. It would have been different if Alvarez want to leave for free. No. There's a transfer request, which he has told you to honor. But you said no. All right? That's the latest on Julian Alvarez. We're going to watch this every day, see the latest development that comes up. We're going to keep up with it. And by the way, before I go, this is the last latest on Rodri. It's a breaking. Barcelona have now submitted a second offer for Rodri worth 65 million plus 5 million euro in adds on. Negotiations are progressing quickly and both clubs want to avoid dragging the deal out. That's a 99% done deal. All right. Let me know your opinions. Please like, share, subscribe. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Okay. Bye.